All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. My guy Carlos King is here, guest hosting.
Having so much fun.
The king of all reality TV.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and let's get into some Yee tea. First off, let's talk about Method Man. Now, he was on Drink Champs. I know that was a good time. This was at Revolt World in Atlanta over the weekend. And one of the things that he talked about was his first ever name in hip hop. Here's what he said that name was, and people didn't know this.
What was your first rap name?
I think it was like Papa Smurf or some like that.
Listen, Papa Smurf,
I was
you
big on
wilding
the
out right
Smurfs.
now.
I was big on the Smurfs.
All right.
Ooh, Papa Smurf.
That's
That
a
sounds
terrible
about
one.
right.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember, and you know what? The thing about Wu-Tang is they all had multiple nicknames. Like everybody was known by, different things. I remember they used to call him John John. Shotgun was another nickname that he had. But who knew that was his first ever rap name?
I prefer Papa for Method Man.
Ooh, stop it, Carlos.
No, Method Man is like the hottest thing out right now. So Papa Smurf, I'll just drop the Smurf.
You know, that was my first ever job in this music business was with Wu-Tang. And the funny thing about Method Man, and I think it's like so uncomfortable for him right now that people think he's so sexy. Like they've always thought that, but he's never been really comfortable with it. Like I think that.
Why is that?
I don't know. It was just, he's like a very humble person. So I think it's just weird for him. I
He
can't
is
even explain
literally the most attractive man on television right now. Just saying.
All right. Well, shout out to you, Papa Smurf.
Papa.
All right. Now, Mowry, she went viral for talking about the fact that she is not close with her sister Tamera anymore. And she basically said this.
Being alone has been the most challenging part of my divorce. It's times like this when I feel and wish that my sister and I were still close and I could, pick up the phone and call her. But that's just not where we are right now.
All right. And this all surfaced because of the premiere of her new WeTV docuseries, Tia Mowry, My Next Act. That was on September 20th. And the thing is, right now she's saying what she meant was that she's not physically close to her.
No. She said, and I heard this with my own ears, I cannot pick up the phone. So we don't mean close by distance and proximity. You guys aren't as close, and that's okay. I believe Tamera, honey, called up Miss Tia and let her have it, and now a retraction's in place.
Right. The aftermath of the and by the way, it was an insider explained. Tamera lives in Napa. Tia lives in LA. So physically, they're not as close. And that's what she's saying. But people go through things, and I also think that marriage, kids, and sometimes you go through things. Sometimes people isolate themselves when they're going through things. She's been going through her divorce. And Corey Hardrick, he recently was on The Pivot.
Yes.
And here's what he had to say about his relationship and co-parenting with Tia.
Everything is about the kids, their well-being, their future, and just co-parenting, you know what I'm saying? And keeping it still a family and keeping it love-based. Still keeping God first at the center of everything and just walking with love, man. That's all it's about. I wish her the best with everything, and that's unconditional for me.
Okay.
Woo. I love him, by the way. That interview, Angela, you have to watch it.
The full interview, yes.
It's so amazing because he talks about black men not being able to be vulnerable and not having a safe space to talk about those things. And he credited Ryan with asking him questions that no one has asked him in his press run.
Okay.
So Corey is going to get a lot of women. I'm like, no, he is definitely like a grounded brother. I love him.
I'm sure it's so weird for him to be out dating too, because he was with her for so long since they were, a lot younger. And I can't imagine what it's like to go from being in this relationship that you're so comfortable in and used to now being like, okay, what do I do? But best of luck to both of them. They're actually both really nice human beings.
Yes, both of them are.
All right, when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar. And speaking of dating, what is the worst city in the United States for dating?
Atlanta, Georgia, sorry.
We'll give you the top 10. Atlanta didn't make the top 10.
What?
Yep, it must be you. It's Way Up.